You're looking good.
Thank you. I know I look so beautiful. Trust me. Trust me. I'm not where I used to be. I'm not where I used to be at all. Like, fine. The weight doesn't want to leave me alone. So, what can I really do? Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Oyeleke Folaimeka and I'm a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. If this is your first time stopping by, you're most definitely welcome. Thank you guys so much for the love that I got from my previous video for beginner friendly makeup products. So today is just going to be a get ready with me video. I'm going out today and I want to quickly do my makeup for the outing, and in the process I just wanted to update you guys on what exactly has been happening in my life and the reasons why I haven't been like on this space for over 4-5 months. I've not been consistent as I promised I would be. So today I'll just be doing my makeup and be filling you guys in on everything that has been happening basically. So if you see me looking down, just know it's because I'm using my mirror here and filming. So first off, I'm starting off with the micellar cleansing water and a cotton pad off most of the dirt on the skin. I can't even believe my skin is still so dirty, but it helps to remove dirt on skin. So just wait for this to dry. Okay, so after the micellar water, I'm going in with the Blossom Cosmetics moist essence. It is a moisturizer. So how am I being dramatic? But anyways, yeah, I'm going in with the Blossom makeup moisturizer. Yeah, it's pretty affordable. I don't think this video I'm going to be talking anything makeup related, like too makeup related, because I realized that most times when I want to do any makeup content, I always end up overdoing it, and the essence of this video is to like just update you guys on what has been happening. So sometime last year I had an accident. So in one of my videos I was going to go and learn how to drive, and I know in that video I mentioned to you guys how I'm a Legady's Benz, or how I was currently a Legady's Benz in Lagos and all of that. So there was a day I was going to the studio and I entered a bike and a car ran into us, which led to an accident. So I had, for like a whole month, I was nursing this burn and a burn on my leg, so permanently, or I hope I haven't been scarred permanently from that one. So that was traumatic enough for me, because I didn't expect, or I didn't even think like that will happen to me. Trust me, it was just a lot for me at that time. And if you know me well, I kind of exaggerate like situations that I'm going through. It was really painful at that time. I'm pretty uncomfortable. I had to stop work for a while because the one particularly on my arm, like I don't know if you guys can see it from there, but the one I had on my arm, it kept bringing out, like when the burn was healing, it kept bringing out like liquid stuff. And I'm right-handed, so that's the hand I used to work, so I had to stop working for a while, and it was just traumatizing because I don't have any source of income aside makeup. So not being able to work for that period was just mentally exhausting for me. Generally, like everything that had been happening at that time, like the whole accident thing, the fact that I couldn't walk. And if you know me, like working is a big deal for me. Like I need to work because that's how I can get paid, and I couldn't work. I know I've mentioned it, I was running my masters in Unilag, so school again, strike, school strike, everything like has just been a lot. I started thinking like, why on earth did I even come and do my masters in a Nigerian university again? But in all honesty, even if I was rethinking it, I didn't have the funds to go abroad to study anywhere else. After the moisturizer, I'm going in with a mattifying primer, just because I like to mattify like my T-zones. I have a combination skin, so these areas always needs to be matte for me. I don't like oily makeup. I like I like my makeup finish to always be matte. So see, yeah, if it's one thing I realized is knowing that, oh, you don't have anyone who is supporting you, you really have to do everything on your own in life. It's just a lot for some people. And when I mean some people, I honestly mean myself. Like, it's just a lot for me. It was just a lot for me. I'm going to use the Blossoms foundation in the shade Chestnut. 2 pumps on my mixing pan, so that's where I'm taking it from. Like I was saying, just realizing that you have to do everything on your own in this life, is a lot. Like, you are the one who would, with a damp beauty blender, make sure your blender is always damp. Just dab it on the okay. So just realizing that you really have to like make extra efforts to do well in life is a hard reality. Like, I've known this for a while, but I don't know why it just started getting to me like harder. Like, just life is, it's just a hard reality that you are basically the one who has to make so many decisions that affect your life, and it's not easy. In all honesty, like, life is hard. I can't lie. Like, I wish like someone had told me that is this hard, like is this difficult, like, to make it. First of all, you struggle with like getting clients in my business. So like, let me just talk from my own business. Like, there's a struggle to like get clients, to just praying that the clients stay, or everything generally. Like, it's just a lot. And let's not even get to the insults you receive because you are doing makeup. I feel like that was the one that really hits me. I thought I would be one of those girls who does a 9 to 5 job. I wouldn't. I never just saw myself in the space of like doing business, just because I'm a very I'm a very shy person. I know I mentioned it in my first video, but most people don't understand how shy I am. Like, except to my close friends, I really don't say what's on my mind to others. Okay, so I just want to quickly spray my face with the Kiss Beauty spray. So while that is drying, let's just talk. So I never really saw myself as someone who would do who wouldn't do a 9 to 5. Bit dry, so I would just like dab in with my beauty blender so it sinks into my skin more. Like I said, I knew it's like whenever I'm doing makeup, there's no way I would end up explaining certain things, which wasn't the plan for this video. But yeah, I came out well in school. I won't say I came out bad. I tried my best to come out well in school, because I knew, like, from the onset, I always knew that I didn't come from a family who just had people around who would help me with jobs and things like that. So I kind of knew that I needed to work a bit harder to make it. And even if I knew that prior to my mom passing, I still didn't think it was going to be that bad. But after my mom passed, I knew that, okay, yes, babe, like, you're on your own, you need to make it in life. Any decision you make, you are the author and finisher of like whatever will happen in your life. If you don't make the right decisions now, you suffer for it later. So you better just sit up. And I don't know why, but I realized that there's just something with having a mother. Like there's just there's just a role mothers play generally. I think is the fact that when you are weighed down about certain things, they kind of just understand and they can relate. I mean, from like a woman's perspective, though, like for every situation you want to talk about that you're going through, your mother has most likely been there. It's not easy when it's not your mom and it's other people. Obviously, it makes it difficult for you to speak up, especially for a child like me who wasn't even a talker right from time. Like I never really used to speak to people so much, so it just got harder like to actually like say what exactly is on my mind, except to my very close friends. Like, and even to my very close friends, trust me, like there's still just like a limit of like just keep it to yourself, don't worry, things will get better, things will turn out well, don't worry, like everything will turn out well, just calm down. It's just for a short period of time. So that has always been how it has been in my mind. So I'm using 2 different shades of concealer. So fast forward now, I had to start doing makeup in uni because a friend of mine introduced me to the person that I currently work with, so that I'll go and like intern there, like so I'll go and learn. When I got there, luckily for me, she was also looking for interns, so I started off like with internship instead, and I've been with her since that time till now. So it just made me like the makeup space, although I already liked makeup, because prior to then self, like every single time I want to, in school I could just sit down and do makeup for fun, um just preparing for times when I'm going to go out or something like that. But I've always like been a makeup person. Like I like to makeup, I like to do makeup on myself especially. So yeah, I started it as a business, and luckily for me, by God's grace, I started thriving in the makeup industry. Like I started getting clients of my own. Things just started moving the way every human being would expect. But last year I had a client who made me question the decision I had made. So she was a bridesmaid who came from abroad, and they had like a theme of what they wanted their makeup to look like and be and all of that. So we are at it though, and we're doing the makeup. She didn't like the way the eyeshadow was. Everything was already going well, but this girl, like the way she just started speaking was just, to me, it was the only thing that was in my mind was, okay, yes, I'm apologizing for what's going, like you not liking it, but it's not that deep. Like it wasn't that bad, it wasn't even bad, it was good. But to her, when you have an expectation and it doesn't just meet up to what you want, okay, let's correct it. But in the process of trying to correct it to like match what she wants, because it's eyeshadow, when I'm doing it, your eyes has to be closed, so you really can't see every single thing I'm doing until I'm done. So in the whole process of all of that, she was upset and all of that, and I was trying to like calm her down, like, okay, please just wait, like I can take it off and start again. I won't use a shadow primer, so that we can you can also look up and it won't crease, or when I'm done one eye, you can check it and then we proceed to the next one. She was just cranky and all of that, and just saying it like, oh, you people that in this makeup space, like think your guy, like when you've decided that this is what you want to do, because you know that you can't get proper jobs, won't you do, like when you know that this is what you want to do because you know you can't get proper jobs, won't you do it right? And I was like, what? Where is this? Like, where is this statement even coming from? But at that point, I couldn't even say anything. I was just like, oh, I'm so sorry. That please, can I fix whatever the problem is? But after that job, I cried. I cried because I felt like, why is this person talking to me like this? It's not like if I actually wanted to make efforts to get a 9 to 5 job, I wouldn't get one. But I wasn't even like interested in looking. Like after NYSC, I kind of decided that I worked with someone who was mad during NYSC, like, and I decided that I don't want anyone to be rubbishing me like this, so cause it's just wrong. This person I worked with at that time, she will tell you go and pick up something from my house. When you get there, oh, there's something like on my table, please can you just help me like clean it up? And I didn't just understand how working with you makes me your maid. That was, I didn't get it. And then just so many other things. I started making money from makeup during NYSC, like little change. So I also felt like let me just focus on this makeup thing and all of that. Fun fact, one of the reasons why I actually did my masters in Unilag was because, or one of the reasons why I decided to even do my masters was because I was like, oh, let me just give myself, sorry, let me just give myself like a few years to see how this makeup business goes. It's really something I want to do full time, and let me just see how it goes. If it really goes well and I start having clients, especially having brides, I think I'm going to stick around and do it like full time. But the way the whole situation of the country was from COVID and all of that, it's already even made it seem like I was doing makeup full time, like full time. Saying after that, my client just insulted me. I just felt really bad, and with everything, I was just like, should I not just go and get like proper employment and start working like a 9 to 5 job and all of that? But then I also realized that like sure, a friend of mine, like around that same time when I was like depressed about the whole thing, a friend of mine didn't know, but that was the period he also reached out to me. I was like, oh, there's a place he knows that they are looking for people, and the salary is like 150 or was it 180 or so, I can't remember. But would I want to work there? I can send my CV to this place and all of that. So I just thought about it, and I was like, let me even like properly calculate how much I earn like from this whole makeup thing, and see if I can like, if I would benefit from having a 9 to 5 job, or I should just stick to the makeup. And luckily for me, when I actually calculated it, I actually make that same amount some months, if not more than that amount. And it didn't make sense at that point. It didn't make sense for me to go and do a 9 to 5. And doing the math just made me realize that, oh, even if people actually try to like bring me down and to make me feel some type of way about what I'm doing, I should actually be proud of the fact that I actually make a comfortable income. Like, not all months are good though, but on months that are good, I actually make like a pretty comfortable income that I can afford all the things I know I need. And luckily for me, I don't have to spend so much on like daily transportation and all of that. So I just like did plus and minus, and I was like, okay, now that I've realized I'm not making so bad, let me just stick to this makeup thing full time. And I think that realization helped me to deal with the fact that I was just questioning myself because of what that client had said and all of that. And this is funny because in as much as I was going through that, it's just something I never mentioned to anybody. Like yeah, I was going through such, but I didn't feel like I should disturb anyone with my issues. I knew I was sad about it, but everybody's also dealing with so many things in their life that my issues are not priority. So yeah, using Blossoms powder. I just want to try. Yeah, so after that day I just told myself that, well, madam, calm down a bit about this whole pressure for like finding work, and because of like what you told me, like just keep remembering that in as much as you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be, just remember that you are obviously not where you used to be. And that was a good thought for me, because trust me, trust me, I'm not where I used to be. I'm not where I used to be at all. Like mentally, I'm not where I used to be. Rephrase. I'm not really where I used to be. Mentally, yeah. Trust, honestly, mentally, financially, emotionally, I'm not where I used to be. I really used to get weighed down a lot about so many things, and I think I'm getting better, like over time. Like the older I grow, the better I become with such stuff. So I'm going to contour my nose now, and I can't see this far, honestly, like, so I even need to bring the mirror closer. And yeah, I'm just going to draw a Y on my nose. But yeah, so after all of that, I just told myself that I can stop with it too much thinking and focus on the positive, and forget about this whole employment thing, and just focus on my makeup business, because it's still bringing the amount I need to survive, and that's all that matters, honestly. And everything, it's not like I'm totally over what the client said, but I also still know that, like, I think at this point I'm just telling myself, like, well, some clients would just be crazy, and there's really nothing you can do to stop them from saying or reacting the way they would react, because some people just have it in their mind that, oh, yeah, offering a service, it means I can talk to you anyhow, which is absolutely wrong. But that's the reality of where we are. So I'm just going to be using a powder shade, so with an angled brush, to contour my nose, my cheeks. So for contour, you drag in and all of that. See what I'm saying? This is not what I plan to do in the video, but yeah, sure. So after that whole thing, I just calmed down. So this is the Blossoms Shy Girl blush, and I'll be using it, but I'll be using a fluffy brush for this. So I usually like to mix two shades together, and that's too much. See what I mean? Like, it is so pigmented. Can you see how, like, that thing just turned my face to something else? God almighty. This hair is not for makeup. Oh. It's so annoying. I forgot to moisturize my lips when we started, and I need to do that now, so I'll just use this Vaseline to moisturize it. My lips are feeling so dry. My sumptuous pink lips. The Blossoms eyeshadow, one of the eyeshadows, but this one is in her nude story. But so like I'm progressing in the order at which things were hitting me. This was the accident, and me just questioning whether I should do this makeup thing full time. Then this whole friendship things that happen, and then to the real deal. The real reason why I have been ashamed, like, and I've been hiding myself for a very long time, like for the past months and all of that. So when I started to when I started feeling down about so many things, I was always indoors if I'm not going to work and all of that, and I started eating carelessly. In 2020, I made a conscious effort to lose weight because I fell ill. Like, I had an illness, and apparently the illness was associated with like my weight. The illness is associated with my weight gain. So I made a very conscious effort to start losing weight, and luckily for me, I did lose weight. Like, I lost a lot of weight, and that was a good thing for me at that time. I was sure happy that I lost weight. I was trying my best to maintain this weight and all of that. But in the process of when all this was happening to me, I didn't realize that I started eating carelessly. I'm not saying I didn't realize, obviously it's my mouth, so I knew I was eating carelessly, but I wasn't so bothered because I was overwhelmed with all that was happening. So I wasn't so concerned with the fact that I wasn't like making conscious efforts not to eat those things too much. So I started eating carelessly, and I just started to gain all the weight back. And in as much as I was trying, like when I realized and like I started getting out of like all my situations, when I started like making conscious efforts to lose the weight, bitch, this thing just didn't want to go. Like, I've tried my best. So I have two major issues that make it difficult for me to lose weight. I have like serious hormonal imbalance, and I have what they call PCOS, and because of that, it's pretty difficult for me to, or it's a bit harder for me to lose weight because of the PCOS. Added with the fact that I'm an ulcer patient. I don't even know what to call it, but yeah, my ulcer is really bad, and whenever I have the pains, it affects me to like my back and all of that. So it's always really disturbing when I try my best not to eat so much so that I can lose weight, and at the end of the day, I have to start using like strong drugs because of the ulcer. Omeprazole. Anyone who has ulcer and uses omeprazole knows that you kind of have to eat a lot more because you need to use the drug regularly. So the whole period of eating properly makes me gain weight again. So it's like I take 2 steps forward, I have to go back. I take 2 steps, like I go forward, I have to go back because my weight just keeps, and it's pretty shameful. Like, honestly, it's not like I've not wanted to make a video since the beginning of the year, but because I've just been ashamed. Like, I can't even lie, like most times people just see me and they feel like, oh, I'm so great, like I look good, I this, but I don't feel that way. Like, I feel like I really need to burn a lot of fat, and not just because of like how I look, is because I know how it affects my health. And when I'm not like losing the weight, it just affects me and weighs me down, because I really want, like, I really don't want to be like in that phase I was in 2020 when I was ill and all of that. I just don't want to. I don't want to be in that phase. So if you do, let me just highlight it. So I have, my spinal cord is compressed, like my T11 and T12, and they couldn't determine if I was born like that, like I was giving birth to that way, or it happened because of like, because I started gaining weight. So then I was advised to stop, like to start like making conscious efforts to lose weight, just so the compression, if that's even correct, but yeah, just so like it doesn't really affect me so much. So when I started losing weight, I started getting like a bit of ease. And how I even noticed that something was wrong was because my hands are always elevated for makeup. I started having serious pains in my arm, and when I spoke to like doctors about it, they told me that I have arthritis. And I don't want to highlight so much about it because I don't want to mess it down, but it was, I was told that I had arthritis, and obviously because my spinal cord was compressed, that might be why I feel it more in my arm, like that might be what causes like the pains in my arm more. So I needed to like try my best to lose weight, and trying to lose weight and then dealing with like other hormonal issues on the side that makes it difficult to lose the weight, added with the fact that I have ulcer, which makes it harder because girl, I need to eat, like I need to eat properly and regularly to lose weight, and it just makes the whole process more difficult. So right now, if I don't go to the gym almost 4 times in a week, I wouldn't really see results, and I have to be there all the time, and it is so it's hard. Like I can't even, like, I didn't want to make that one weigh me down today, but like if you don't know, it's very hard to actually be consistent when you don't have any support system there. Like you're the one who has to like ginger yourself. I know a lot of people say, you need to ginger yourself. Like nobody can motivate you if you don't motivate yourself. You have to be the one to bring your ginger, you have to be the one to do this, but it is hard. Like nobody likes you. It's hard. It's so hard to stay motivated. Like it's so hard. It's hard. And anywhere I go to, like if it's not clients that know me, be like, Fola, how did you add so much? Fola, do you know you're adding? Fola. And like these people will never even understand that sometimes because of this whole weight gain thing, like I try my best to even eat just once or twice a day, just so I can lose weight. What have I not tried? Intermittent fasting. But man, like let's not even get into that so much. I don't think I want to wear lashes because I feel like I look good already. But yeah, like it has just been a lot. Like it has just been a whole lot. And when my clients see me and they say it's like, you added it, I just look like, yes, I know I've added weight. I'm going to try my best to lose the weight, but as I'm trying, the weight doesn't want to leave me alone. So what can I really do? It's just been hard, like, but in all honesty, even if it's hard, I'm going to keep trying, and I'm going to try to lose the weight, whether the weight likes it or not, because the amount of pains I feel in my arm, my legs, like I'm too young for such pains, man. I'm just too young. I'm too young for such. But yeah, actually going to make conscious efforts to lose the weight, but it's just so hard to stay motivated. Like honestly, when as you try, even with the effort you are making or trying to make, you just can't see the results because of other like health factors. But I'll keep trying. Like I'm trying to like start making healthier meal options, just trying to eat healthier instead of cutting what I eat. So I just had to fix my lashes off camera because that is a major struggle. It's literally the makeup look that I'm going to be using to go out. But yeah, that's basically what has been happening with me, Sha. Nothing serious. But now I'm back and I think I didn't even shave with this thing, but yeah, this still blossom. So like I said, most of my products are actually from the Blossom Cosmetics. I just want to like blend the blush a bit more before I apply highlights. Nothing too much. I'd have used a smaller brush, but I want it to blend into the skin a bit more. Yeah, I've already used my lip gloss and now I'm using my setting spray. I'm sure you can see that after the setting spray, kind of like just makes the makeup sink into my skin more. It's still drying, so yeah, that has been what has been happening in my life. Nothing serious. I'm just here. I really enjoy talking to you guys because honestly, this is how I talk to myself, and it's just that doing makeup makes the process slower. But yeah, this is basically the finished look for the makeup. Yeah, so yeah, you guys, I'm ready to go out. I use a very short lash. Let me show you guys. Yeah, very short natural lash. This is what I really use when I'm doing makeup for like older people or clients that don't want too much on their face. But yeah, that's what I use. So yeah, if you want to use or buy any of the products I used from start to finish, you can send me a DM. I now sell makeup products. But yeah, I sell makeup products now, so if you need any of the products I use, I'll be more than willing to help you, even recommend products that you need, like for your skin and all of that. And yeah, this is the finished look of the makeup, guys, and I'll be heading out very soon. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I promise I'm not going anywhere anymore. I'm back to keep creating content and trying my best to strive on YouTube, and I hope you guys stick with me and keep loving and enjoying my videos. So yet, if you like all you saw in this video, please stick around, and the only way to stick around is by subscribing to this YouTube channel. I'm going to keep sharing affordable Nigerian brands that you can use for your full face, which are, trust me, very affordable, so you don't have to break the bank just to look good. All I use for this, my face bits from start to finish, were Nigerian brands. So trust me when I say you need to stick around, so you keep seeing like products for different skin types and all of that good stuff. So till next time, thanks for all the love. Bye.